This module is about funding social entrepreneurship and social change. I really enjoy talking about social financing because it's interesting both from the point of view of someone who's trying to create change and looking for funders, and also from the point of view of the funder. Funding itself is a pathway to social change. So you might be a philanthropist or impact investor who's looking to learn more about the social financing world. And we're going to talk about all of that today. In the coming videos, we're going to talk about where to get funding from, all the different sources, how it happens, the different funding vehicles, and then we'll go more into depth about the evolving trends in social financing and the different resources available to you in navigating the social financing world. We're also going to talk a little bit about non-financial resources, which are so important. So let's start with that same spectrum that you're used to, showing social entrepreneurship as spanning the nonprofit and for-profit worlds. The funding world that's tied to social entrepreneurship is very similar. It's also a spectrum. And depending on where you are on the spectrum and what your goal is, you may have different sources, vehicles, and approaches related to funding. So if you're more on the impact side and less on the financial side, like closer to the traditional charity, you'll have access to grants, donations, and awards. If you're closer to the traditional commerce side, you'll have access to equity, and then everything in between, like the revenue-generating social enterprises, the socially motivated businesses, could qualify to a certain degree for both and across the spectrum for loans and bonds. And then the underlying investment approaches also go across the spectrum from traditional and catalytic philanthropy to venture philanthropy, funding revenue-generating social enterprises, to impact investing, funding socially responsible businesses, to traditional and socially responsible investing, which we'll talk about all of those as we proceed. So that's the initial overview of the social financing spectrum and how it overlays with the social entrepreneurship spectrum. And now we'll start to break it down by sources, vehicles, and approaches. So let's start with sources of funding.